Well, I didn't think I'd be here protecting palms again. It's my first full winter in Houston, and we have a historic storm coming our way. As of tonight, clouds are moving in, the temperature's dropped, and so I'm back up to my old hijinks protecting palm trees. So the one in the middle is a queen palm. Right now, the models or the people, I mean, it's kind of all over the place, but they're saying 2 to 6 inches of snow. There have only been 3 events in recorded history where there's been 3 inches of snow or more here. So, as you can imagine, we are in a state of emergency. The two airports are closed Tuesday, Wednesday, and schools are closed, and they're telling us not to drive. All of our roads have big overpasses that are going to freeze. A little bird here. And yeah, so fun times. The forecast is backed off a little. Ultimate low depends on who you talk to. Again, it's all over the map. It's going to be somewhere probably between 16 and 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which is -6 to -8 Celsius roughly, which is very cold for here. Very cold. I mean, if you prior to 2021, if you look at the 30 previous years, there is only a few days or a few years that went into the close to 25. So we're zone 9B, so that means our average minimum temperature would be about 25 degrees Fahrenheit, which is probably about -4 Celsius, and we are exceeding that. So zone 8B temps coming our way, possibly colder. So what's going on here? So I saved all my frost cloth. I wrapped my citrus. I wrapped my queen palms. I wrapped my Bismarckia. Anything small, only because it's the first year and nothing is really established. So even the small sables, that one I threw a pot over. This one I just wrapped the spear. The Washingtonia palm, same thing. I just wrapped the spear because they don't know if we're going to get snow or well, they're pretty sure we're going to get snow, but we may get freezing rain. So it's really tough to say. So a lot of my plants are going to die, like completely. Many of them will be killed to the ground, like this Duranta. It cannot handle, below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. My Barbados cherry, I have a feeling they're not going to make it. This agave here, you can already see some damage on it. This is not a hardy agave. Not my favorite plant, so I'm not protecting it. Yucca rostrata will be fine. That's a Sable Lisa. I planted it June, I think, May or June, so I just quickly covered that. Queen palms got the full treatment. Sable Riverside just around the spear. So we've had a couple of cold nights lately, so it's frosted off the bananas and the lantana. I'm not sure about the mangaves, if they'll be okay or not, but I do have small ones. And I also was in trimming fronds. So that's what I've had to do here. It is tonight. They're saying tonight. So the local weather people are saying 6 p.m. the snow's going to start. All of the kind of weather apps are saying midnight. And here's my Bismarckia. This is the one that I give the most protection to. I was told to defoliate it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it completely. So it's wrapped in frost cloth under here. Christmas lights wrapped around the base, Christmas lights in the crown, and then I have another, because it's a big, kind of a big tarp, a lot of air volume in there. I have another couple strings on the bottom, so there's about 400 lights in there. So hopefully that keeps it 25 degrees Fahrenheit. It should be okay, but below that, it's kind of getting risky. And I planted this one last year, so you can see the fronds I took off. I think I took off looks like about 6. The rice paper plant is finally starting to show some signs of damage. Last night was pretty cold, and same thing with the colocasias. Needle palms are the only palms I'm not protecting. Even the big sable uracana, I just wrap them. I'm just trying to keep the moisture out of the spear. So most of my palms, aside from the queen palms, are hardy. I mean, the queen palm should be hard to my zone, but had some queen killing winters. You can see the tropical hibiscus. These are my heliconia. That king palm has just been a dud for me. I'm not protecting it. It can go. Look at my poor bananas. So just about everything in this garden will be killed to the ground. A couple things will be killed outright. Even that flax. It's Dianella. It's a New Zealand plant. I call it flax. They're pretty tough, but likely going to be killed to the ground. Bird of paradise, we'll see. And yeah, so this is going to be pretty sad looking in a couple of days. So today is Monday night, precipitation. Tuesday, cold. Our overnight low tonight, it's not going to be too bad. I think we're going to be 28. I think they're saying like 28 or something, which is only like -2, -3. And then tomorrow, originally they were projecting that we would not go above freezing. Now it looks like we will from about lunchtime on, which is good. And then tomorrow night is supposed to be the real cold night. So we'll see where it ends up. I find that they are pretty bad at predicting the temperatures here. I know in like Palmageddon in 2021, they totally missed the mark. And so that's how I'm treating it. The big cast iron, or not cast iron, the ricinus, look at these things. They're finally getting frosted off. They just got so huge. So this cold is going to do me a favor because I want to remove them. The seeds are ripe, so I got to be careful with those. My neighbor's got some sable palmettos. They've been around for a while. They were here for 2021. So, you know, generally the sables are going to be pretty good. I cut some of the fronds off the queens just to make it easier because this one was taller than that. And this is my hybrid Lewistona. I took off about a half dozen fronds, but these were ones that are just primarily laying on the ground just to try and make it easy, and threw the queen frond on there. And so these small trackies that I planted that I brought with me, I'm leaving them. Let's see what happens. And same thing with the needle palms. Just gonna leave them. So there you go, guys. I will be following with an update. If we get snow, I will film that. Because that's a pretty rare thing here. Very rare, in fact. Anything that accumulates is extremely rare. And wish me the best of luck.